What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time. My name is Brent. I'm watching Babylon 5 for the first time. Today's episode, Season 5, Episode 3, A Paragon of Animals. I believe my prediction for this one last week was that this would neither be a paragon, nor would it have anything having to do with animals. So I said, maybe pulling a line from Lin-Manuel Miranda from Hamilton, to say, it's time for a cabinet meeting. That's right. President Sheridan is calling together the alliance to choose his cabinet for his administration. Various members, I think, are going to vie for the prime spots, whatever the equivalent of Secretary of State is, or Vice President, or even a Secretary of War or Defense, whatever they're going to call it. I also think that the purple and green Drazi situation is going to come back, which would be great. Maybe we'll even get to see the Great Egg people. I don't know, but I think this is a political episode about the early days of the alliance, specifically having to do with Sheridan and his administration and getting that running. Is that what really happens? I don't know. I'm about to find out, and you guys are going to join me for that ride. As you guys are commenting down below, please do comment, but please remember, no spoilers. I've not seen anything beyond this point, neither is Jeff, so please let's try to keep it spoiler free as we try to plow ahead towards the end of this series. Also, while you're here, be sure you like, subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you like what we're doing here at Babylon 5 for the first time, please make sure to share this video. That's another big way you guys can help us out. With that, and no further ado, let's get into this week's episode, A Paragon of Animals.
Everyone, please!
As if that's gonna do it.
Understand, the Alliance is moving as quickly as it can.
You promised us technological advances when we joined you.
They're coming. You have agreed to abide by everything else. Why can't you sign the declaration?
You cannot legislate morality, Delenn. No! We have never enslaved a race or exploited another race.
Dang.
We do not need others to teach us morality. The Drazi refuse to sign because we do not need to sign. Who stands with us?
He's having a rough go. I think political episode it is.
Londo thinks we should drop the Declaration of Principles.
Yeah, well, you gotta consider the source, right?
Jakar's taking it as a personal rejection since he wrote the damn thing.
Oh, writers, they are a sensitive bunch.
Ah.
Delenn?
Ready to strangle someone. Just saying a lot for her. So where do you stand?
I hate to say it, but I'm with Londo. This isn't the time to start legislating morality or ethics, fairness. Hell, we've been working on that one for over 6,000 years. You're not gonna settle it now.
If we don't make it clear what we stand for right from the start, then we don't stand for anything.
These people respect strength, nothing else.
That's exactly the problem. We have to get them to think in other terms.
Wow.
But for now, you have to get their attention.
Wow. It's about, oh my gosh. You know, we've heard it said probably since season 1 that if Star Trek is about the utopia of the future and having already got there, this is about how we get there. And I mean, this is exactly what Sheridan's talking about. Are those the principles of being together and working for something higher than yourself? And those are the ideas. And here's Garibaldi over here saying, oh, we got to power up. They respect strength and they respect all that. And Sheridan's like, yeah, we got to get them to think differently. Oh my word. Is this Mars? Did I catch that outdoor scene right?
Mercat! He is here. They have come. He is a ranger. He will help us, Mercat.
Ranger.
He will take word of our situation to the Alliance at Babylon 5, and they will come. They must save us. We have no other hope.
Kind of putting a lot on the Alliance there, aren't they? They have to come save us because we have no other hope. Do they? They should. They absolutely should. So something's going to happen. They're going to get word back to them. Sheridan's going to unite the folks over something better than themselves and their little bickering to go save this person. And they're going to have to face their issues of principles. Let's find out.
We may be able to get the Buckmara on board to help, but they're going to need something in exchange.
Oh, offer them my body. Another 10 minutes of this, I'll be dead anyway.
I second the motion. Just a moment. My muse is speaking to me.
All right, while we're waiting for Jakar's muse to finish up, I believe Mr. Garibaldi has some business he'd like to put before us.
I've been collating the latest reports from the Rangers. Now, while they're all very thorough and very considering, they could be better, more complete.
How? They use every available means of gathering information.
Not every means.
I think I know where this is going.
And I don't
I
like
want
it.
permission to use some of these telepaths to gather covert intelligence on our behalf. Every race, except ours and the Narns, use telepaths in some kind of military or intelligence capability. And the only reason the Narns don't do it is because they don't have any natural-born teeps. No offense.
None taken.
Now look, I know you have reservations. I'm not big on telepaths myself. I'm not big on guns either. But if everyone else has them, I want to make sure I can get my hands on the biggest one I can. So why do we want to handicap ourselves when everyone else is doing it?
I let them aboard, figuring we could keep them in our back pocket until they were needed.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is let's move them to the front pocket instead of the back pocket. Let's put them to use now instead of waiting to the last moment. If they want to work, I say great, here's a chance.
That's because this is exactly what Sheridan has already done. He has put these people, as he said, into his back pocket for a future military purpose. And he just didn't want to bring it out yet. And yeah, Garibaldi's calling on it. Good on you, Garibaldi. But don't know where this is going to go. Let's find out.
There's no why in liberties.
Don't go away. Repress someone else.
As you wish.
Repress someone else. That's a t-shirt idea.
Afternoon, my name's Michael Garibaldi.
Yes, it is. And the answer is no.
Wait a second, you didn't hear what I had to say.
Yes, I did.
Not big on privacy, are you?
I did nothing.
Wait a minute.
Do you know what a telepath has to do in order to avoid picking up stray thoughts? We have to kick down our natural abilities, run rhymes and little songs through our heads, round and round.
You said you wanted to work to earn your keep?
We do. We will work. We will fix, sell, rent our services. But we will no longer take
Exactly
orders
what
from
services?
mundanes or belong to organizations which take us in only when it is convenient. That includes Psychor, and that includes you.
You know, it's an interesting thing. The way Byron describes what they have to do just to stop their natural thing from happening, like that they have no control over. That's got to be maddening.
I'm dying, aren't I? Aren't I?
I'm sorry.
You know, the Infili are good people. Decent people. Don't let them die because I failed.
So she's telepathically talking to him in a telepathic trance.
Death have meaning.
Sheridan to CNC.
CNC, go.
Contact the White Star Fleet. Send as many as possible to rendezvous at a staging area in Sector 500 by 9 by 13.
Confirm. What's the mission?
The new Interstellar Alliance, fresh out of its crib, where it's even learned how to walk, is gonna go find the neighborhood bully and pick a fight.
Then you
All
are
right.
Familiar with the Infili?
I will speak with my government. If we can help, we will do so.
Thank you. We'll wait for you at the rendezvous point for as long as we can.
Are the Drazi the one who are committing the crimes on them, on the people? They've got to be. It's got to be the Drazi who are doing it. They don't oppress anybody. They've got morals, right?
But they're trying, Lyta. They're trying so hard, and they're gonna need all the help they can get, whether they know it or not.
Nice speech,
Now, I came
Michael.
back because I figure they deserve a fighting chance to make this work. And I'm gonna give it to them. You do this for me, and I swear I will never ask you for anything ever again.
Yeah, you will.
We are the voice of the universe, the soul of creation, the fire that will light the way to a better future. We are one.
We are one.
Is that the one? Is that the one the Rangers die for? We live for the one, we die for the one, we are the one.
You're keeping
not-
us out.
Is that
You're keeping all of us out.
that the one is not Sheridan and Delenn and Sinclair? The one is this alliance, this thing of the future. Is that what the one is that the Rangers live for and die for?
They forget we're human beings too.
No, not human beings. Better. That's why they're afraid of us. It's all ego, you know. How infinite in faculties, in form and moving, how express and admirable in action.
This guy's not.
In apprehension, how like a god. Tell me that it matters to you that I help your friend.
It matters to me.
Then for your sake, I will do it. Tell your friend we will find him two among us who are trained beyond reproach. They will find for him all the things that are hidden, all the things that are dark, and all the things that are secret. I passed the Drazi ambassador shortly after he finished talking to Sheridan. He was broadcasting his thoughts quite loudly. Tell your friend that the White Stars they've sent to help the Infili are going into a trap. In a little while, they will all die, and all those they sought to protect will also be dead.
The Drazi were behind the whole thing from the start. They gave the raiders guns, ships, support, equipment.
You saved a lot of lives today, Lyta. Thank you.
He said that very mean though.
You're welcome.
But I guess she's not used to people saying thank you. So
Your enemy is our enemy. Isn't that right, Ambassador?
That's why we wanted you to be here in particular, Ambassador. to see our fleet in action.
Unless you can think of a reason why we shouldn't. Could it be because those are your ships coming to attack the Infili?
Please, you have to let me save them. We have hundreds of our people on board those ships.
And the Infili have been dying by the thousands because of you.
You can't fire on our ships. We're your allies. We're on the same side.
Are we? Ask them. Let them decide.
Let me stop our fleet. Tell them to turn around. We will leave the Infili unharmed. I swear to you, we'll never bother them again.
Go on. Now, some of you have asked why you should have to sign a declaration of principles before being allowed full membership in the Alliance. Well, what you've just seen fully illustrates the point far more eloquently than I ever could. Again, I'm not convinced.
Mr. President. Oh, good. I was looking for these.
What are you doing?
Well, we need to get everyone to sign them again.
What?
Well,
Do you understand what we went through to get them signed even once?
I revised it again. It's better.
Jakar. It's better.
I'll be in touch.
All right, how better?
Some
What's
days
different?
It's like living in a madhouse. Where was I?
You were going to call Mr. Garibaldi and tell him that you approve of his idea of working with telepaths.
Under the circumstances, I don't see how I can say no. We've got to watch this, Delenn, because we are standing on the proverbial slippery slope. And if we're not careful, there's a big fall out there that's just waiting to happen.
What you were saying earlier about telepaths, I've decided I'd like to hear a little more about your ideas.
Of course. Please.
Okay, that's an episode. So I gotta be honest, this episode felt like it moved so slow. I like the end where they got to it. I appreciated that. I like that Sheridan kind of did what Sinclair did at the end of the dock workers strike, where he came up with his own answer. Like Sinclair had a way of getting to everybody and kind of appeasing everybody despite other people being pissed off at him, right? And Sheridan kind of felt like he was doing that right up at the very end. And that's what he did. He even, he got everybody to sign. He got the Drazi to pull back. He saved the folks. He showed them a better way and got them to think differently. And like Garibaldi said, he also showed strength, which is something that they'll respond to. So I like what he did. The biggest takeaway I'm going to get from this, and I can't wait to get in and talk with Jeff about it, was what is this one? Is it possible that this thing that we've said is Sheridan, Delenn, and Sinclair is actually not them, but it is this alliance? We live for the one, we die for the one because we are the one. I like that idea, but we'll see. Hey, listen, tune in on Monday when I'm going to think about this a little bit more. Jeff and I are going to get together. We'll talk this one all the way through and we'll see where we come to on the other side of it. And listen, you guys make sure you like, subscribe. If you want to check out the full unedited version of this, go over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Babylon5 First. That's the number 5, the word first. And you can find the unedited version of this episode out there, the full version. And you can also find Jeff's reactions. You can find show notes, early access to stuff. And you guys want to make sure you check that out over there too. So, all right, that's going to do it for me this week here at Brent Watches. I'll see you guys on Monday. And then next week we'll be back for episode 4 of season 5. Until then, take care.